like a lot of people talk about ranking the maps, but I think one thing that IO did incredibly impressively on every single map was the aesthetics of every level. Like,
Yeah.
every level is just so impressive in its visual design and the way they've recrafted every location. It's almost like, that's why I want to play VR so much, because
I know, right? Oh. Even the maps I don't like from a gameplay perspective, like, I don't know, Bangkok, for example, it's not my favorite from a gameplay perspective.
No.
But the visuals are just incredible.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot get over it. I will go to that map just to experience the visuals. And
Yeah. Like the butterfly house in the main.
Yeah, the butterflies flying around.
And
the giant golden elephants at the front, like towards the river. It's incredible.
And also the chefs doing all the Asian fusion cuisine, like the sushi and everything. Yeah, so cool.
You cannot fault them for the artists' work in those games. They're incredible.
No.
Yeah.
The aesthetics are like just incredible.
Even on the most linear map in the series, the what's it called? Can't remember. The train map.
The Carpathian Mountains.
Amazing. Like, you flying past all these things, you go over a bridge, through a tunnel. There's all these ice lakes. These trees come up. It's incredible. It's a beautiful map in its own way. It's very
in its own right.
Even the maps which people are like, oh, it's not very Hitman-y. The art is Hitman-y. It's incredible.
The art is Hitman. Yeah. Did you have anything to add to that perspective, Xavier?
I agree wholeheartedly. I think they did a phenomenal job of capturing the essence of each location, and I've heard that complaints as well, or critique, I guess you can say, about how, this level was too easy, or it's I can get through it very quickly, or it's not difficult enough. But I just love just spending time with each level, and even talking about VR, one of the most unpopular levels, which is Colorado, I'm actually looking forward to checking it out in VR, because could you imagine the Ezra Berg interrogation, but in VR, actually being there and watching this go down, and the eerie music and everything. And it's just, they really did. I feel like the teams they set up for each location and their responsibilities for how they wanted to play out, everybody did such a phenomenal job just capturing, each level has its own personality. Each location, whether it's Sapienza or Carpathian Mountains, even though Carpathian Mountains is very linear, it's just the perfect ending for this series. It's just they basically give it to you on a plate. Here, you're Agent 47. You can either just murk everybody and just wipe out the whole train if you want to, or you can just do this silent assassin if you really want to and just take out Edwards. And I just love that, because even with some of the contracts that they've been putting out, they kind of show you can get through that very stealthily if you really wanted to. It's set up that way. Or you can just go John Wick and just assassinate everybody on the train.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I love that too. I love how everybody on that specific part, that mission specifically, how everybody knows that, our cargo is Agent 47, the legend. And I love how there's dialogue in there, kind of, oh my gosh, I can't believe he's here. Can you believe it? We actually captured him. And I bet you he can't do good in a fist fight and all this stuff. And it's just it's hilarious. I love it.
Yeah, it's so good. I love the references as well to the other games. I haven't actually overheard it myself. I can't remember who was telling me. I think it was during a stream the other day. But someone mentioned in the chat that if you follow Diana around with, I can't remember the name of the target that shadows her everywhere.
Tamal Vidar, I think.
Vidal, is it? Sorry?
Tamal? Vidal? I can't remember.
We all know.
Do you remember the name of the target, Xavier? The female target on Mendoza?
From Mendoza, Tamara Vidal. Yep.
Tamara
Vidal, yeah. And she's asking Diana about her career and stuff, and she mentions Blake Dexter. And then Diana goes, oh no, he only existed in a parallel universe.
Yeah.
Just those little in-jokes. It's so good. So good. I love it.
Yeah, I feel like they added that in there. I mentioned this in the chat too, where obviously the Hitman community understands that Absolution is a bit of a black sheep.
Yeah.
Because it's very 50-50 with the community. Either you really love the linear style and kind of like the updated format, or you just despise it. You just don't like it. Or I mean, I guess you can be in the middle and just be like, I don't really care. But I remember I played a little bit of a demo a long time ago. I believe it's when he's like in the subway. I haven't played Absolution yet, but from what I have played, I did like it. It's kind of like a bit of a refreshing take on Agent 47. But shockingly enough, there's actually a bit of a community that actually prefers the more linear style in Hitman rather than the sandbox type traditional levels that we have now in the trilogy.
Yeah.
And that's what's great about 47 or Agent 47 and IO is they add little, like obviously in Dartmoor, that's a little bit of a departure from your usual expectations of a Hitman level. You could take up the murder mystery, and then of course in Carpathian Mountains it's very linear, but it's just basically just a final nail in the coffin for Providence. So
Yeah.
I just love how they are open-minded and they understand that not every level has to be Santa Fortuna, where you have 3 separate isolated areas to tackle. Or yeah, exactly, or Mumbai. Even though I absolutely love the intricacies of those levels and the Kashmirian, but like I feel like each level they give a little bit of its own little twist, its own unique style, and every single one of them is memorable, whether it's conflicting like Colorado or Carpathian Mountains, or it's just absolutely just breathtaking like Sapienza or Paris or Miami, visually.
Yeah.
And it's just a great adaptation of what they've been able to embark with this trilogy. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
think
agree.
Going back to the final mission, obviously it's not a fan favorite with a lot of the community, but from a storytelling perspective, I love it because it's just such a direct route to your final target, which is, the main antagonist of the entire trilogy. And, you as the player, you've gone through 20 freaking locations to get to that point where you can finally kill that bastard, and you're on a like a single trajectory to get there. Nothing's going to get in your way. So I thought it was like in its design, it was a really good metaphor for, tunnel vision. I'm going to take out this final target, no questions asked. I'm not going to get distracted by any,
to use like a horrifyingly corporate like dialect. I'd say it's like there's a synergy between the like lore and the plot and the level design there. It's like, okay, we've taken everything and we've got as you said, we've now got this tunnel vision. We've now got this, like everything's coming to this. Go.
Yeah, just go.
Anyone you want. Go for it.
Yeah. As you should, Xavier, like just go nuts.